Welcome to GrowT3ch. This is the place where masters gather to transform the ordinary into masterpieces. It's another day and I welcome you all to this episode. It's a good day. The weather is fine and everything is okay on this other side. This is Kwale. And I don't know if you've subscribed yet. If you've not, please subscribe. If you're watching this video for the first time, you're most welcome. Today we're talking about ghostwriting in Kenya. And someone will be wondering, what is ghostwriting? Ghostwriting, as others call it, shadow writers. Shadow writers are those who write assignment, essay, and even dissertation on behalf of another student. And then these assignments are submitted as though that student is the one who wrote this assignment. So it means it's another way of cheating, if you may call it. And it's also another way in which Kenyans are minting money, because last week, I think BBC highlighted how there's a title called The Talent is Undeniably There, and young Kenyans are minting billions out of it. Yes, this is a billion-dollar industry. And many Kenyans are helping students overseas, United States of America, United Kingdom, Canada, many countries. I was once a ghostwriter, and that is the reason why I'm writing this, I'm bringing you this video so that I share with you my experience as a ghostwriter. So before I became a teacher, and before I started GrowT3ch, I'd spent 4 years as a ghostwriter in Nairobi. And as a ghostwriter in Nairobi, there are a lot of targets that I had to hit as a ghostwriter. The life of a ghostwriter, you may not know, but it's a life full of targets that you have to hit that are very tough. And sometimes it is those side targets that makes these people to mint money. How much is it paid? Oh, yes. There's just good money there, depending on your experience, depending on your connection, and depending with whether you own an account or not. Some of these people, because of the era of technology that we live in, don't even say the country they are coming from. And if they say it, it's not even the real one. But the most important thing is the experience out of it. So someone will be wondering, how do someone get there? How do Kenyans get to become ghostwriters? Life is hard. We have to admit, life is hard for many Kenyans. Statistics are showing that we have 40,000 young Kenyans who are writing on behalf of other students overseas. I was one of them, and I want to say that life pushes you to find ways in which you can make money. And when life pushes you and responsibility keep on piling, sometimes the measures you have to take to foot your bills, to survive and also to support your family may be a hard one, such as I had in the year 2019, when I've just finished school and now I was hanging around looking for what to do. And so I met my cousins who introduced me to this thing. Yes, my relatives. Those are good people. They helped me get into something that will challenge my life. And yes, it really challenged and changed my life to what I've become today. Some of the traits that I have today are a result of what I learned during those times as a ghostwriter. So when we started writing, when I started writing, I would get essays, and from then they would give me, I'll write, and then they'll proofread the assignments that I've done. And once they are contented with whatever I was doing, they would then add me more, and then my experience kept on increasing. Over time, I became experienced, and when they were satisfied with the work I was doing, they started giving me direct job. I was very happy because it was good money. You know, if you don't have money and someone pays you 250 Kenyan shillings, I don't know how many dollars is that. I think it's around $2.5, yes, per page. When someone gives you 250 Kenyan shillings for one page, you know what will happen. Adrenaline comes in, and therefore you want to write more pages and earn more. So my target was at least 8 pages a day, and it was not easy writing 8 pages a day because I just wanted 2,000 shillings a day. If someone gets cheap money, I can tell you the industry of writing is not for cheap money. You'll get that money through sweat and toil. Sometimes a client will give you an assignment. You write an assignment like those 8 pages, you'll submit those work, and after some time, when you think that the assignment is well written and well submitted, they'll come with corrections. And remember, when correction comes, they come with targets as well. That is the timeline to which you need to submit this work. Meanwhile, you still have the work that you are doing. For example, in my case, I have 8 pages, and I'm optimistic at that time I want to add it to 12 pages. And now, when those assignments will come with corrections, the hours that you'll spend doing them will have to be more. These were the nights that could become so long for me, and they'll become so short for me. For example, I remember this time when around 2 assignments came back. And this will happen several times. And you've just submitted the last work at around 12, that is midnight, and you've gone to sleep. 2 hours later, someone calls you to say that there's a review that needs to be done, and it only has 30 minutes. Oh, my friend, you'll forget your sleep and come back to start working on this paper. I tried many ways to keep myself awake. Some of the nights, I'll take shower thrice a day just to ensure that I don't sleep while writing. And sometimes, I took a lot of cups of coffee. Coffee was my friend. I couldn't be in a house without coffee. So I'll make coffee and again, stimulate myself to be awake, to continue writing and to submit this work. It is not easy. Someone will think that these are people who just want to write and make money, but I want to tell you that perhaps you're doing another job, but this job is not for the lazy people. This job is not for those who are not ready to work. It calls for a lot of patience, and it just says, just like the title of that article, which was aired by BBC, that the talent is there. These 40,000 Kenyans in Nairobi that are working as ghostwriters, these are skilled labor that the government need to take note of with regard to appreciating the work they do, and maybe they need to contribute to this country in a better way, in a manner that they're going to be recognized. What are the lessons that someone learns when they are working as a ghostwriter? One of them is time management. This job, time is not yours. It taught me to wear my wristwatch. I think those are the days I started wearing watches because, man, I had to keep time. The timelines and the deadlines had to be attained, and there's nothing about it. There's no excuses with regard to why you've not hit your targets. So I came to learn that I have to meet my targets without excuses, and that is a trait that I've tried to carry along the way. Even today at GrowT3ch here, there are a lot of targets that I have to hit them, and I hit them comfortably because I know time management is critical, and there's no excuse when it comes to management of time. Another thing that I came to learn is proper research. It is a skill I learned along the way. I started learning how to Google documents and present them in a manner that is going to convince someone who is going to check my work, to ascertain them and to convince them that the work I've done is good. You know, when someone has given you work and they're the one who are going to pay and they're going to verify every word and every statement that you're going to write, then I believe that there's much work that's supposed to be done. And little or shallow and shoddy job is not accepted when it comes to ghostwriting. So as a ghostwriter, all those guys you are seeing there, those guys are good at research. And it is not even easy today in the era of AI, because in the era of AI, you have to prove 2 things. Those days there used to be a tool called Turnitin. Turnitin will verify if the amount of work you've done is original, or if you've copy-pasted it from somewhere else, or if it's a work that someone else has submitted. So you have to reduce the plagiarism level to 0. The work had to be original. And these ghostwriters, the shadow writers that you're talking about in Kenya, these are good people when it comes to research. Believe me or not, try and give them an assignment to do for you. They'll give you a work that is clean, a work that is going to satisfy you as it satisfies professors overseas. You know, there's one time where I got what it doesn't get, that is a student appreciating you for the work you've done. Yes, it feels nice when someone is appreciating the work you've done. And 2, I also learned to format work and to try my best to present my work in a way that is presentable. There are assignments that needed better presentation, and so I learned how to present my work in a manner that is well formatted, work that is going to be appreciated by someone else looking at the work that I'm doing. And this was a skill that I've carried on to my teaching profession today. And lastly, it teaches you discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. This work calls for a lot of discipline. You cannot run away when someone has given you work and you fail to submit and you cannot communicate. This is a work you communicate, and you learn. If you cannot do it, you just say, I'm going to take 2 pages today because I'm tired, and there's no need of saying, oh, I'm going to do 10 when you can only deliver 1. So I learned that I can only bite what I can chew. And so it teaches us a lot. Those who are ghostwriting and those who've been aired, some of them don't want to be seen. I left it many years ago, and I can just ascertain that you learn a lot of discipline when you are doing this work. Someone will be wondering, then after getting this good money, why did I stop? One of the reasons why I stopped is because at that time I didn't have a job. I was looking for a job, and then finally I got a job as my first teaching job. And I was moving from Nairobi to Mombasa. I was moving away from the connection that I had, close contact that I had when it came to this job. And so Mombasa was a little bit far, and I was now having a new job which I had to learn and to perform. It was not very easy to become a ghostwriter at that time. So, unlike someone who was doing it as a part-time, I could not do it as a part-time at this time. Teaching called for a lot of attention, a lot of time, and I could not manage to juggle between the two. Also, I realized that this work was not so stable and consistent. There were seasons when there were not a lot of work. So during these times, you'll ask the team leader, is there work to be done? You'll say, no, there's no work to be done. You'll wait again, is there work to be done? It will take a lot of time before they tell me there's work to be done. I started getting tired, and finally, I quit. And another reason why I quit is because I'd learned the lesson I needed to learn. I'd had the experience as a ghostwriter, and I wanted to move to a new life. I started dreaming other things other than that. And so, today, many years later, I am a former ghostwriter, a shadow writer, I'm a farmer, a teacher, and today I'm a YouTuber. There are many things that I pick, and there are many lessons that I can take from, I've learned from ghostwriting, which I believe are going to help me. And if someone there is still doing ghostwriting, that job may not be so static. It may not be permanent, because at the time when it is being whistle blown, it means that if you're doing this job consistently, and that's the way where you are relying on, governments are going to come, they're going to close the taps, and we better start thinking of something else that you can do to build yourself. But for now, you've learned a lot. There's much you can do. Those skills are several, and you know them. You can implement them somewhere else that can help you, including, but not limited to, things that I'm doing right now. Like, this is a YouTube channel, and much of it comes because of the skills that I learned while I was a ghostwriter. So thank you so much. That is all that I learned. That is the experience that I had as a ghostwriter. It was a good experience. It's not an easy one, but yes, it kept me going then. And even today, I'm a proud ghostwriter who quit that industry for something better, something bigger. And we're still growing big here at GrowT3ch Farm. If this is your first time, we talk about AI, we talk about technology, and we also do farming as an experience that we have. I'm a teacher and a proud farmer. Until next time, take care of yourself. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe and keep watching this video. I can't wait to upload the next one. Until then, take care of yourself and have a good day.